Well, here's Elliot Beaumont. Huh. Something about this guy that looks a little familiar. I'm not quite sure. You want a treat? Huh? You want a treat? Is that your treat? Huh? Come on, get that treat. Well, is there any more in there? You better look. You better look. Papa, just give me the treat. I want the treat. I want some more. Well, that's all we got for now. Yeah, that's all we got for now. Ooh, what's that? I throw the ball, and then he brings it right back to me, and he drops it in my hand, because he wants me to do it all over again. Don't you bend it, huh? Oh, what a good boy. No more treat. Sorry. You want to go outside? Huh? Do you want to go outside? Yeah, Papa, I want to go outside. Can you take me outside, Papa? Let's go for a walk. That's one of my favorite things. Treats at first, and then playing with the ball, and then going for walks. Okay. You had a treat, and we played with the ball. You want to go for a walk? You do? We are at the Olympic National Park Visitor Center. We're going to go in and see what kinds of things they can tell us about the park and what there is to do. Mountain Goat Management Trail Status. Interesting. Wild mountain goats in the Olympics, apparently. Well, that's a beautiful building. Great blue heron. These animals are quite the predators. I've seen YouTube videos of these cotton pickers eating all kinds of fairly large mammals. Look at this canoe, giant native canoe. So you can see on the wall silhouettes of Native Americans and how they would sit in these canoes and how they would go out and hunt whales. I would not want to hunt a whale at any time, but especially not in a little canoe like that. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. That's a big kitty. And look at the size of that animal. My goodness. This is a Roosevelt elk. I didn't even realize what this was when I came in here. But do you see that? That is a slice of a giant Douglas fir. And if you look here, you can see the tree was that big around when Olympic National Park was created. That big around when Yellowstone was created. That big around at the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
that big around when the Mayflower landed, when Columbus landed, and in 1349 is when this tree, or the tree that this slab came from, was that size right there. My, oh my. Look what we have here. We have tracks. The tracks of a cougar. The tracks of a river otter. Of a raven. Look at the size of those tracks. There's my hand. It's the size of a black bear's paws. There's a gray wolf. A snow hare. Roosevelt elk. And there's a gull. Some of the bones, skulls, jaw bones. Wow. That's pretty amazing. Let's take a little closer look at this relief map. So, down here, this is Highway 101. This is the way we traveled, right up alongside the Hood Canal. Right up in here somewhere is Seal Rock. We stayed there. Seal Rock Campground, and we came up here through Quilcene, past Snow Creek. Then we went off here onto Highway 20 and went up here to Port Townsend. And that is Wilson Point. That's where the lighthouse is. And we walked on this beach, and this is the beach for Fort Worden. And we explored in there. And we came out here, drove around here past Discovery Bay, past Swim Bay, and there's Swim. And we stayed in Swim for quite a few days while we explored around. We went down here to the Dungeness Spit, 6 miles long, lighthouse all the way out here on the end of it. And we walked along the cliff along here, Bandit and I did, and then back to Swim. And we hiked along the Dungeness River here, took a walk there at Railroad Bridge Park. And then up 101, we came up to Port Angeles. And we went down into Port Angeles and checked out Eddie's Hook. And then we're up here to Hurricane Ridge. Let's see. Where is the ridge? Here it is, right there. There's Hurricane Ridge. So we came right up that roadway there, and around that mountain, and up here to Hurricane Ridge, and back. And right there is where the Olympic National Park Visitor Center is. That's where we are now. Let's go out in the back here and see what's happening. Well, this is the Beaumont Cabin. This log cabin was built in 1887, about a mile south of here, by Mr. and Mrs. Elliott Beaumont as a home, while proving up on a 160-acre government homestead. They lived in this cabin for almost 40 years. Well, here's Elliott Beaumont. Something about this guy that looks a little familiar. I'm not quite sure. Can't quite place it. What do you think? I don't know how much you can see in there. Looks like on the left there's an old-fashioned wood stove. Right there behind it is a bed. The foot of the bed looks like a cradle for a baby. And we got a fireplace over on one side, and we got a looks like we got some kind of a cabinet for storage, rocking chair. And here's the dining room table right here. Huh. It's pretty cool. Well, we've got a forest trail here. Let's walk up the forest trail a little bit. See what's going on up here. Look how thick that moss is. Wow. That's pretty amazing. I guess that's what they wanted us to look at, was this blown down tree.